Well, not quite a Halloween tutorial, but this is a tutorial on how to make these wooden benches. You can use them for all kinds of different things in your workshop, racks, storage units, workbenches. This is next to a utility sink. It's basically 2x4s and plywood. Got some plans off the net and modified them a little bit so they're a little quicker to make. And the 2x4s that you see vertical, that's the height of the bench you need. So figure out what height minus whatever plywood topping you have and cut that out of 2x4s. And then spread it on your workshop, the depth that you need your table minus the width of two 2x4s. Wow, is that confusing? It'll come clear in a second. So you attach the 2x4 going across those verticals flush, because that's at the top of your table. And at the bottom, you want to have it about 2 inches higher because you want to have some feet in case you ever need to sweep underneath. You can get a broom under there. Clamp them down and then screw into place. I always pre-drill any screw holes. I'm afraid of wood splitting. Don't know if I'm wasting my time. That's up to you. But put in a screw on each end as soon as you can, and then go ahead and put in 4 more or 3 more on each side. 4 is probably overkill, but you want these very, very strong in case you find you're putting a lot of weight on these things. You're going to be good. Now you make 2 of those, and now we're going to make it into a table. And so using some additional 2x4, this is now cut to the width that you need your table. At the top, again, have it flush. Put in 1 screw on each side while it's all clamped together. And then at the feet part, again, you're 2 inches. So right where I'm at now is at the top of the table. The other side is the bottom of the table. Just put in 1 screw on each side and then flip it around and do the same for the other side. Now there's fancy ways to square this up, and they take a lot of time, and honestly I couldn't figure out what they were talking about. So this won't be the most even table, but who cares? It's in your workshop, you know. Anyway, put in a screw on each side here, and let me do that there. Okay, and unclamp it and try to get it generally as even as you can. And then put in the rest of your screws. It rocked a little bit. Most of them you get off lucky and it's nice and square. Now put your tables into place. To the left is a normal size table. To the right had to go around that piping, and so if you see the legs are pushed in a little bit and there isn't a back area there. Really flexible on how you can make these tables. For the plywood, just cut to fit at the top and 1 little screw. That's about a 1 1/4 inch screw, and for the rest of the 2x4s, that was a 2 1/2 inch screw, drywall screw. And just screw those into place. Kind of countersink them unless you want stuff to like catch onto those screws. And for the bottom, it's up to you if you want to screw it into place or not. Here I did. If you want to have, I don't know, a secret cubby hole, you can just pop that into place and leave it. But screwed mine into place. And you are done. These are great tables, quick to make, pretty cheap. And also you can put them in all kinds of different configurations. This was just customized just to fit this corner where the little sink was put. But if you do different things to it, like you can put wheels on it, then you can move them. This is a movable cart. And these are cheap wheels too, got them at Home Depot. Also, those shelves, if you cut a notch out of it, you can extend the real estate and then you can buttress up. These are storage shelves, and the shelving goes all the way across. So you don't have to worry about things falling through. Here's another look of the angle. Beware though, if your shelves, if you have a lot of layers and they're too shallow, you won't be able to get that wood in. So bear that in mind when you're planning that. And here's some tables that you can slide a chair underneath if you don't put in a spanning at the bottom there. And these are 6-foot long tables, and that piece of wood was gotten at Lowe's. It's a great, nice, solid piece of wood. thought it was nicer. Sanded that down so it was smoother. And use it a lot, as you can see. It's like another painting area there. This is the workbench, and put another set of legs spanning it to hold additional weight, plus some more 2x4s for weight. I could literally, I can and I do, walk across the top of that thing. Also keeps the plywood from bopping around too much. You have more areas to screw it into. Well, there they are again, the normal ones. There's one that's my Haunt computer rack that painted to customize it. A lot taller because I'm always standing by it. But there's lots you can do with these things, and the flexibility is limitless. It's your imagination, you know, like the old saying. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this quick and not really Halloween related tutorial. Bye-bye.